I'm Greg Esser with the Roosevelt Row Community Development Corporation, and Roosevelt Row really started as an affiliation of a handful of artist-run galleries in this neighborhood. A group of artists started really independently of one another at around the same time. This has been, over the years, a really crime-ridden area, derelict, and a place people didn't feel safe after dark. And because of that, it was very affordable. Independently, a handful of artists purchased buildings and slowly started to renovate those buildings, bringing other artists in, and that really became a catalyst to revitalize this entire community. We now have one of the largest art walks in this neighborhood. We attract about 15,000 people on the first Friday of every month. So we've grown from a couple of hundred people 10 years ago now to over 15,000, and we hope over the next 5 years that number doubles again, because this has become such a great attracting area for creative individuals, whether it's in architecture, graphic design, visual arts, painting. The other incredible thing right now is, in the height of the global economic real estate crash, properties are now more affordable than they were 10 years ago. So we've laid the groundwork for a new cultural district here with zoning, with adaptive reuse and a lot of tools, and now real estate prices are incredibly affordable. So it's a great opportunity for people to come into this neighborhood, buy small bungalows and turn them into these kinds of retail spaces, artist studios, small creative office space. Homes in this area now are going for $50,000 to $60,000. So for a $500 or $600 mortgage payment, it's possible to have this kind of investment in an arts district that's really growing and evolving to the point that I think it's going to probably double in the next 5 years again, as long as we can encourage more young people to invest and have the opportunity to own. So we're right now in iLounge, which is an artist-run contemporary art space. This is run by the member artists. There are a couple things that are unique about this space in terms of other models. Artists can only be a part of it for 3 years. We essentially have a term limit. So there's always a third of the membership that's moving out and a new third that's moving in. So that's always keeping the energy fresh. And the artists select the new members that are coming in, and the group collective standard is incredibly high. The other hallmark about this space is that because the artists are not designing or building their installations based on commercial factors, they're actually in complete creative control of their space. So they can do installations, they can do any type of work, they can do whatever they want to the space as long as they bring it back to the next, to the original condition for the next artist that's exhibiting work.
When it started, we were looking for, when we got here, there was high-end galleries for some artists, and then people coming out of school and people starting up, and a group of artists got together to begin showing as a collective, and then we were able to find this space and affordably buy it. And what was amazing is, right when we started it had members, so it had 22 members. There was a group of people down here in this neighborhood, and people brought friends.
Hi, I'm Cindy Dash. I'm with Roosevelt Row Development Corporation and Made Art Boutique. As part of developing this area, we started in this building with an arts collective, and then we had this additional small space. So we looked for the opportunity where artists who were perhaps making and selling big work could also sell smaller handmade work that is all local. Most everything in here we started out on consignment. There's slow days in a neighborhood like this, and then there's great days. Like the art walk happens around here. It's 10,000 people every first Friday. And we also do things here. We'll do workshops like from knitting to drawing to wire crochet, and then we also do themed exhibitions where we ask artists to respond to a theme, such as handmade banks, which is what we've recently done, handmade birdhouses, handmade boxes, handmade salt and pepper shakers, and then it'll be a variety of artists responding to themes. So it's very much trying to create these collective gathering spaces and doing it through the artist-made items. Pretty much everything's local. These are some of the banks. This is a local artist, Spencer Hybert, and he does these incredibly cool moldings, and I'm fairly certain he's actually really big in Japan. Which is not a joke, it's actually true. And then there's like ceramic artists who do just, berry bowls. And it's certainly, what's interesting is it's certainly trendy in a way to be shopping local across the country. And artist-made boutiques are suddenly trendy, but they're very actually old. And we're getting back to the original way shops started.